I mean, the first two policies are all about climate change, and that is the most important thing driving planning policy now. So if you are ideologically driven in that way, if you're a planning officer, you can interpret it right off the bat, NPF4, as being very anti-development. It's worded in such a way that you can read it that way. You can look at NPF4 and this could stop you pretty much building anything now. You could apply it in a negative way. The way it's worded is kind of open as well. So if you don't take that view, if you're pro-development, you could look at the same sentence and say, well, it actually supports what we're trying to do. So, and there's a lot of developments now that I'm involved in where, there are elements of that are supportive of the climate change agenda. Somebody who's got a different ideological view could say the opposite. So, for example, there's a lot of controversy around drive-thrus. There's an element where you could say, yeah, ban them completely because they're bad for the environment. But then, are they? You get into the detail of how these things actually work. EV charging, electric vehicles, cars that are already on the network that are there. Is it generating new trips? All of this, and should it be bad to have it on a bypass on the outskirts of a town, or is it better to have it in the town? And all of these different pros and cons about, and that's just one example of one type of development. You can apply all of that sorts of issues to all sorts of different types of use. It is very much open to interpretation, but I think that interpretation is down to ideological reasons. So if you're an anti-development planner, you can very much use NPF4 to refuse anything.
I guess that's the thing. We shouldn't really have anti-development planners in the local authority, should we? Not really.
You shouldn't really, but there are planning officers, just the default position is no. Prove me wrong. That often is the case. Yeah, you've got to work hard to prove them wrong and give them a reason to change their mind.
So we've talked about local policy and national policy. We're involved, obviously, in putting plan applications in, as are yourselves. Is the whole thing of trying to understand local authority to local authority, what those differences may be, because the devil is in the detail. Largely, policies can be the same in England and Scotland. We deal with building control projects in England, but we tend to favour Scotland because we understand that better.